What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video, we're creating a sketch illustration of Broly from Dragon Ball. Let's begin today's lesson by adding some guidelines to help with the balance and symmetry of our drawing. We're going to start by sketching a line coming down the center of our page. So start from the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom. Now in the center of our page, let's draw another line going across from left to right. Now you can use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page. So from that center point, let's move up and just mark off the top of our circle. Now you want to measure that same distance down from the center down towards the bottom. Let's repeat that across this horizontal line, measuring the distance from the center over toward the left and then the right side. Now we're going to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So let's start with the top left, and the circle doesn't have to be perfect. We're just using this as a guide. This will define the size of the head. Let's add another line coming down from the side of our circle. And then another one going across the bottom of our circle. Now from here we use the circle and guidelines to help us define the shape of the head. Let's start with a rough treatment of the eyes. We're going to leave a gap in between. So from that center line, let's step over towards the left. Draw a straight line going up. Take that same distance from the center over towards the right. Now I want to connect the outside of our circle towards that bottom point with a straight angled line. And this is where the brow will sit. And then from the top, we're just going to angle the brow coming up and in. You just want to taper this so it gets narrower as you come down towards the inside of the brow. From the bottom corner of the brow, let's step in, draw a straight line coming down towards the bottom of our circle, and then curve the eye coming in and then down towards the inside. Now in between the eyes, we're going to step down, just mark off the edge of the nose with a straight line. From the center, angle the nose going up and out towards the side. Now the mouth is going to get tucked in behind the nose. So from the sides, angle the mouth coming down and out. Come down and in toward the bottom of the mouth, and we'll flatten this off. From the bottom of the mouth, let's step all the way down towards the chin and draw another straight line going all the way across. Now going back to the side of our circle, we're just going to slope the head coming down and then in, and we'll angle the jaw coming down and in towards the chin. Bring the jaw down a little bit lower. Now let's place the ears along the side of the head. From the side of our circle, step out, draw a straight line coming down. I'm just going to angle this down and then in towards the jaw. Now from the center of our circle, just going to pull those two large hair bangs across. So from here, angle this up and out toward the left and right side. On the left, curve this around the eye and then pull that down. On the right side, we're going to add two curves, one going across, pull this down across the right eye. Let's go back to the left side. I'm just going to taper this up towards the top, add a bend coming in, bend this in and then down towards the center. Let's work our way around the outside of the right bang. We go up and out, go across and down, and then pull that back down towards the bottom point. Now from here, it's going to block in the shape of the hair. Let's start from the jaw, bend this out and then up towards the side, towards that center line. Bend this up, and then pull that in towards the center, towards the top. Now we're going to go back to the bottom of the ears. We're going to slope the neck, coming down and out. And then along the top, let's slope the shoulders, going out and then down towards the side. Now that we have a rough sketch, I'm going to go back and lightly erase some of these guidelines. Now let's go back and start adding those layers across the hair. We'll start over on the left side. Let's bend this out and then down. And it's going to mirror this over on the right side, just offsetting this a little bit. Go out and then down towards the tip. Just going to raise this one out on the right side. Let's tuck this up in behind the head along the side. Let's add a point coming out from behind the ears, going up and down. Tuck that up underneath. Now you're going to start to curl these points going up and out. Let's start back on the side of the head, and a point going out. Now we're just using this line as a guide. You want to sort of stay within that boundary. Coming back in. Let's add another one, going up and out. And we'll just tuck that in towards the side. Let's go back to the center, add that large spike in the middle. Let's start on the left, bend this out, and back in toward the center. Go across, and bend that back down. Let's add a couple large spikes along the side. Come down and then in. Let's add another large one in the middle. And we'll fill this area with 2 large spikes. And we'll add a couple in between. Let's add a small one coming down across the side of the neck. Now we're going to go back and clean up that guide along the outside of the hair. And now we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us add some more detail and refine the shape. Now I'd like to start with the inside of the eyes. Let's start with the brow. Just bending this in and then up. Also adding another fold in the center. Let's enhance the brow with another fold along the top and the middle. Now I'm just going to work our way across the bottom of the brow, just giving a little bit of a bend, going up and out. And just trace this along the top. Just going to add a couple folds, working our way down the side of the nose. I'm just going to sharpen up the nose. Come up the side. Let's add that shading just underneath the eyes, going up and out. I'm just going to add the teeth across the bottom, then a guide for the top row, then just add the tongue in the middle. And from here, just going to work our way along the side of the head. We're just going to modify the shape, just going a little bit lower with the jaw. And pulling that down towards the bottom. I'll add that scar on the bottom right. And we'll just go back and just add some more shape to the hair. Just going to roughly add this in. Not getting too detailed at this stage. We can come back and add the details after. Add a little bit of texture underneath the hairline. Now just adding some shape to the ears. Going to block in the top edge of the chest. And just continue to add some more shape to that hair. And we're just adding some lines inside the hair for a little bit of texture. So pulling them in from the tip, and then also from the base, working our way out. Now I'm going to go back and just clean up our drawing one final time before we add some more detail and shading. And now onto our final pass, we're just going to add some more contrast to our lines. I'm just going to darken up the back side of the mouth, going around the teeth and the tongue. We're just slowly working our way out towards the side. Again, just adding that texture inside the hair at the same time. Now we're just going to go in with the side edge of our pencil and add our shadows. So just adding a shadow from the hair on top of the head. And then the head's going to cast a shadow across the top of the neck. So just going to darken this up and then blend that down. Now we're just going to add a little bit of shadow to the bottom edge of the hair and the tips. So just blending that up and out. Now as we get closer to the end, we're just gonna add a shadow line across the hair and tighten up our contrast, and always be sure to sign our artwork, and that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of Broly from Dragon Ball. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, please make sure you subscribe because I'm posting new lessons every single week. I wanna thank you for watching, and I'll see you again soon.